We are live. Positive Outlook podcast is back.
Are we live?
Yes, we are live. We are live indeed. This is the 6th check-in. What's going on, guys? I hope you guys are having an awesome Wednesday. I love these
I'm here
check-ins.
too.
Caleb is here too. That is awesome. I love having Caleb around. No, definitely Wednesdays are probably the check-ins are so much fun just because they're
Yeah.
so laid back and it's kind of fun.
hmm
It's flowy. We have I guess it's more general topics. So we kind of
Right.
just go with the flow. And let me do this. I'm just sharing the link to Facebook. So if you guys want to come watch, come say
Come be our
hi.
guest.
There we go. Posted it. We're live.
Gabe
Alrighty.
can read all the comments. I cannot.
Joshy, thanks for the love you, Gabe. I appreciate that, man. I think
Oh,
this is the first live you've been in.
wow. About
And
time.
yeah, I would appreciate it if you shared some love to Caleb as well. It's not just me out here. Couldn't do it without him. All right, so let's hop right into it. Check-in number 6. Caleb mentioned that we wanted to do a random Instagram follower shout out, which I think is a fun idea. It's kind of cool. We're kind of
hmm
incorporating the viewers. So Caleb, who is our random Instagram follower that you are shouting out?
Today it is Ty Peterson. And the specific account, because he has two, one music, one personal. It is his music account, Preston_Tate. He's a great guy. He's my sweet mate, good friend. Um, Lots of fun. So go check out his Instagram. And hopefully you guys are next. All you got to do is follow our Instagram
Yeah.
to be shouted out. So
Also, Josh ended up, instead of just saying "love you, Gabe," he says "love you more, Caleb." So, big shout
what
out
a
to
guy.
Josh there. Tied for like number 1 place with 7 other people. It's awesome. I love how many number
hmm
1 fans we have.
For
Um,
real. I'm the real number one though.
yeah, yeah. Wait, you are?
I am, yes.
Oh, yeah, because you know all the episodes and everything else.
And I've seen them all multiple times.
Yeah. All right, going into our next not shout out. Our updates, kind of what we're doing with the podcast, announcements we want to tell you guys. What do you want to start with, Caleb?
So we've kind of spread out these announcements throughout a couple episodes. So I figured we could put it into one condensed video. We've mentioned the beanies now. This is our second check-in. We mentioned them.
Yeah.
But we're doing a beanie giveaway. I don't know what specific day you want to launch that giveaway, but it's got to be soon.
Yeah, we're gonna do it before
Um,
November's over.
Yep.
And we're planning on giving about a week. You're gonna have
hmm
about a week to enter. And then at the end of the week, we're gonna announce the giveaway winners.
Yep. And then we're also, like we've mentioned again, we're doing the vlog. We're wrapping that up, dropping it on Thanksgiving, which is going to be so hype. It's going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait for the end of this. We haven't finished filming yet, which
Yeah.
is why it's so much fun. So
Yeah, no, it's hard because we just want to keep doing more things. We get done recording, and we're like, oh, let's do more, and we're like, but
mhm.
we need time to edit it and we need time to upload it, and so it's kind of up in the air. But it's not going to be uploaded as an episode. It's going to be uploaded as just kind of like a vlog style video, and I
Yep.
think we agreed on Thanksgiving. So
Yep. And that's so that way when we might have to kind of start our Spotify venture, which has been super successful. Thank you guys. On Apple Music, we've gotten almost 900 listens in the last 30 days.
yeah,
That's crazy.
that's
So thank you
incredible.
guys. But we might have to restart because our distributors for music. Um, so, but either way, it makes it easier if that was kind of loud. Sorry. It's just easier if our vlogs aren't episodes because that
Right.
doesn't work on Spotify. So,
Yeah. So Josh asked a question. He said, "How do we
okay.
define individual liberation?" If we are done with our announcements, I don't know. Do you have any other announcements before I
No,
mention that?
we can jump right into Q&A now. It's my favorite part. So,
Okay. Individual liberation. What are you thinking of it?
individual liberation. I
Yes.
guess I would ask from what? If it's just in general, I guess it would be just having a free mentality. I saw this one girl. I'm not going to go too into depth here because I don't want this to be an hour long. But she kept talking just how negative she was
Yeah.
and how this person dragged her down and then this person did. And I was kind of like, you're choosing to let these people drag you down. Just free your mindset.
Yeah.
Just restart, reconstruct, build a better you. I guess that's what I would call liberation, individual
Yeah,
liberation.
kind of just finding your authentic self and knowing how to separate yourself from those other judgments and other belief systems that people have on you. Kind of just being able to recognize who you really are, what makes you happy, and stop living a false life that other people try to set for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think
That's
that was actually a good question, Josh. Thank you.
Yeah, it's because he knows what question's coming today and he's trying to make up for it.
All right. I guess since we started with Josh's question, I'll go with my question next. Um, okay, so this is for both of us. The biggest failure we have had in our lives, and what did we learn from it? Go. I'll let you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's always the on the spot
Yep.
stuff. I don't, let me think.
This is like when a waitress is coming to take our order and I don't know what I want yet, so I'm hoping you take a long time because I'm still thinking. So go ahead, take your time.
Okay. I can think of like a few, but when I go to like articulate those failures, it's
Hmm.
like, oh no, I don't know enough details off the top of my head.
Okay, I guess I'll start then.
Okay.
It was my real estate license. So everything in my life up to that point has come so easy for me. It doesn't take a lot of studying. It doesn't take a lot of hard work. It was pretty much if I set my mind to something, I get it. My real estate license, I failed the exam 2 times, and that was like earth shattering for me. I thought my life was over. I thought I was a dumb person, and it just taught me to keep my nose to the grind and to just keep going.
Yep.
And third time I got my real estate license, and the second time I failed it, I failed by one question. And
Mm,
so it was like I was right there. I'm not gonna give up. So it kind of just reminded me, excuse me, to keep going. Yeah.
that's a good one.
So what do you have?
I guess my biggest failure in life, and I've mentioned it many times, but it's because it probably that I can think of is the biggest failure, is my lack of a sport in high school.
Mm,
Like, I failed to finish over an injury, and I would say that totally changed me. And at the start, not for the better, and then towards the end, absolutely for the better.
yeah.
It's helped me, because I love talking to people, and when they have issues, and there's a lot of athletes out there that never got that closure,
Yep.
and even if it's like a small thing, it's still in the back of their mind. And so being able to talk to them about it and let them realize that it's not about not finishing the sport. It's about the opportunities in that sport. It's about the great memories that you've accumulated. And it's about just all these little things that you need to pull from it and be grateful for
Yeah.
and stop focusing on the what ifs.
Yeah. Definitely. I love that.
Thank you.
Saw another orb on your screen. It just flew across. Your dorm is haunted.
I had a
uh,
dream that it was haunted last night, actually.
I'm gonna speak into fruition. You're gonna be gone in the morning. Um. Okay, so let's go into the next question. What do you have?
Okay, my phone locked. So
That's
let
okay.
me. Okay, so this one's kind of more specific for me, but I know you could answer some great questions too. Or you could answer this one really well.
Okay.
That made no sense.
It's okay.
What advice do you have for college? I would 100% say plan. If it's something you're not sure of, wait. That is
Mhm.
not something you're going to hear a lot, but wait. There's
Mhm.
no rush. Relax. You have time. Don't waste money.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree. I was in the early college program. It was paid for. I graduated early with my associate's degree, and I love that it was a free program because it helped me understand that college might not be for me. And so I tried to explore my other avenues where maybe I didn't need schooling or didn't need to go into debt. And I ran into a lot of great things I could do that provided a good income. They were fulfilling, and I didn't need any college for it. And so I'm really happy I waited because of that. Because school, in my opinion, if you're not going for something that requires your degree, so much like I was telling Caleb, aviation, you can't pick
Hmm.
that up on your own. You have to go get a
Right.
license. You have to go to school. Then definitely go to school, chase that. But if it's something that maybe you just heard about and you're like, well, I'm gonna go get my degree just to be safe, I think it's smarter
Right.
to wait.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have another question? We'll just keep
Yeah.
going back and forth.
Who
But
is your biggest idol? I guess. Um, I guess just in life, who's your biggest idol? We won't go down any avenues of specifics.
Well, hmm. I guess I would have to say my idol would be Tony.
Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins. I was gonna say my mom, but
Yeah,
in general, Tony has like the career path that I
yeah.
want to end up
I
going
was gonna say
down.
that's
So
so cliche. You can't say your mom.
I say my mom for everything.
Yeah.
So
All right. Mine is my
what
mom. So I'm not even kidding. I know. I just had to give you a hard time because I'm going in for it. Mine is definitely my mom. All the things she sacrificed, and the life
mhm.
she allowed us to have by sacrificing her own is just incredible. So she's
And
definitely
that's
my
not
big toe.
saying that I choose Tony over my mom, but I just
Yeah.
didn't want to be on repeat because
Yeah. You're a
I've
broken
said,
record.
yeah,
Yeah. No. We definitely us and the viewers know that you definitely appreciate your parents. So that's a moot point.
absolutely. And we know that you appreciate yours, so that's good.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate you bringing it up.
Um, so next, this is kind of I'm gonna intertwine these questions.
Yeah.
Um, this one's how do you balance social, school, and work life? And it actually goes along with another question, which is how has the podcast been with me at college and you being a realtor? So
Mm,
those are kind of very similar questions the way I see it.
yeah.
So
Yeah. So
so yeah.
I think I can really only contribute to the second part. I did go to college for 2 years. And how it worked for me back then, before I knew what I know now, pretty much having a social life meant I'm not going to class today, or the next morning. And so those were, I guess, just the trade-offs that I took. And I definitely could have handled it much better. I think it was an excuse to tell myself because I didn't want to go to class the next day. I was like, oh,
Hmm.
I'm too tired. I'd rather see my friends. I can always retake a class. I can't remake these memories, which is such BS. If you're gonna stick to something, then do it. You know what I mean?
Yep,
And
absolutely.
because it's like there's always gonna be time for making memories. Not that they're not important, but if you're going to school, get the most out of it. But as far as you going to college and me being a realtor, I think it actually allows for great work to happen between us
Absolutely.
because we have our own lives outside of the podcast. And it's funny, it's like we bottleneck information as the weeks go on. We don't really think
Hmm.
much, I guess we don't speak about it as much without each other being around. That by the time we get together, we kind of just explode, and we have
Yep.
amazing episodes like the last two episodes we did. Great energy,
Favorite
incredible.
episodes that I've had so
Yeah,
far.
we had such good energy. We had really good information to share, and it was so much fun. And that was just because we're not around each other all the time to talk about it. We don't saturate the information when we're alone, and that's what I think makes it fun, is when we kind of get that scarcity of information spreading between us. So when we get together, we can just shoot it all out and have a lot of fun.
Absolutely. And that's not to say that there isn't stress
Oh
because
yeah,
there are nights, there are weekends where we're recording and I'm sitting there like, oh, I could be doing this, this, and this.
yeah,
But that's just life. That's life. There's
yeah.
trade-offs, there's sacrifices, and the podcast, if we haven't proven it yet, is something that is
Oh
always
yeah,
number one. So,
yeah.
um,
This is our ride or
and
die.
exactly. And then my advice for balancing everything, always lean the hardest on school, but make sure that you take breaks once in a
Yeah,
while.
it's very
And
important.
it's easy when you're taking breaks to stay in that break mindset, so you have to be careful.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like lately I've developed this habit when I'm doing homework because I cannot focus anymore. I don't have the focus I did when I was in like elementary school. Um,
Elementary, I feel like nobody had good focus. That's a terrible example.
okay, middle school or
Okay,
high
yeah,
school, I was very
yeah,
focused.
okay,
Um, And so I lost that. And so what I do is I set a timer for half an hour, flip my phone upside down, and I grind until that timer goes off. And then
yeah,
I give myself a 10-minute break. And as soon as that timer goes off, I'm right back to the grind.
yeah,
And this on and off set, no excuses, no looking at your phone, no cheating. It helps a lot. So just make sure that you're here for school. If you're at school, you're there for school.
right,
That should be your focus. But make sure to have fun once in a while.
yeah. All right, my last question I have is the biggest goal that you've had in your life that has changed, that did a complete 180, that you were so set on it and then it just flipped around. What was it? If you've ever had one.
Um, I guess it would be the military. That's kind of a big one.
Yeah,
Um, I was planning on enlisting and hopefully spending a good chunk of my life in the military.
yeah,
And there were some complications. And then I made the choice to just not enlist.
Yeah.
So, and the complications were medical. It's not like I'm sitting here with, drunk driving on my record or underage drinking or anything
Yeah.
crazy. It
Right.
was just an injury. So,
Yeah. This one, I've been thinking about this question since they asked me of it, and I can't really put my finger to something. I guess it would just have to be schooling. Um, Going through the early college program, going through the end of high school, my senior year, I was so hyper focused on what am I going to do for the next 4 years of my life? What am I going to get a bachelor's degree in? And it really consumed all of my time and all my free thoughts. I really wanted to go into criminal justice, and then I wanted to go into business, and I wanted to go into all these different fields that by the time I got my associate's degree, I just said I'm not going to go after any of them. I'm going to let life take like the ropes for now.
hmm
And I it was a good and a bad decision. Um I don't want to say it set me back in life, but it allowed me to become who I am today. And it allows, now I'm doing real estate. I'm really happy with the path it took me down. Um but it was kind of just one of those things where I was 100% certain I was going to college, I was going to go get a degree, all of these things, and then it just flipped.
yeah, that's a good one. Good job.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Proud of you.
Thank you, and I appreciate the life lessons it taught me and everything that goes with it. So
And that's the most important thing. All
yeah,
right, so now I got two deep ones, two silly ones, and we can call it a day.
okay,
So here's a deep one.
yeah.
When you're in an environment with a lot of temptations, how do you deal with it?
Remember why you're there, or even remember who you are. That's kind of what we were talking about, individual liberation. It's like
hmm
just remembering who you are, what you want out of life. I read this quote today, and it said, "Love yourself to work harder." Or love yourself enough to work harder. And it's kind of just that thing is you have to love yourself and know what you want in life to be able to avoid those temptations and stick down the path that you're meant to be on.
And one little tip, that's exactly what I was thinking, by the way. That was an
Hmm.
amazing answer. One little tip, when you're in those situations where you can't change the environment and the people around you, but they're always tempting you to do things, just use them as motivation of what you don't want to become.
Yeah,
Use them as a reminder of, okay, if I say yes one single time, this is where it's going to lead me.
yeah,
And that might be extreme, but that's how you stay away completely.
right.
Go extreme. I mean, go big or go home, you know?
Yeah. Also, I'm looking right now. I see we have 2 viewers in. If you guys have any questions that you want us to answer, drop them in chat. We are
All right.
definitely up for it.
Here's a pretty big one.
Yeah.
If you had 24 hours to live, what would you do?
See, that's such a tricky question. It really is.
Mhm.
You ask anybody that, and they're like, I'm gonna skip school. I'm not gonna go to work. I'm gonna do all these things. And this is where it's kind of a perspective piece for me. Is it's kind of like if you didn't know you had 24 hours to live today. If if I knew you were gonna die 24 hours from now, but I didn't tell you, how are you gonna live tomorrow? And it's like,
Well, one, I'd be mad.
yeah, yeah, well, yeah. So you'd be mad, but also you wouldn't live to regret it.
hmm
But you wouldn't live. I don't know. Would anything change from now into the next 24 hours?
If I didn't know,
Yeah.
I mean, no.
Right. Would you be happy with the turnout of it?
Absolutely. I've said this before. I have a lot to accomplish, but in the grand scheme of things, looking back,
Hmm.
I don't think I have any regrets that I really would hate myself for.
Yeah. And I think that's a great perspective piece. Is if I were to die 24 hours from now and I didn't know about it, would I be mad when I pass because of the way I lived my last 24 hours? And if you're upset with the way you lived your last 24 hours on Earth, maybe you should think about changing your lifestyle and doing things that
Ooh,
give you more fulfillment.
no, that's a great perspective. Even if it's not even looking at the next 24 hours,
Right.
look at your last 20 that you've already
Yeah.
lived. Like, ready, Gabe? You're going to die in 2 minutes. Are you happy with your last
Right.
24 hours?
Yeah. I'd be like, no, let me redo it. I'm going to do all these things differently. And obviously, there's bills and life and family that you
Right.
have to fit in there.
And there's mistakes that you make.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's live every day, not so much like it's your last, but for you'll be happy when it is your last.
That's good. That's amazing. Because realistically, no one's going to live like it's their last day
Yeah.
because probably isn't.
sustainable. It's
Right.
not sustainable. So, yeah.
And then the next two questions are pretty silly in my opinion.
All right, let's lighten the mood. Here's some sillies.
Josh asks, "Why does Caleb hate him?" Obviously, he knows. I don't hate you,
I was
Josh.
gonna say, Caleb, do you hate Josh?
Ridiculous. I
Josh.
deny.
If you guys don't know who
That was,
Josh is a good friend of ours.
mhm.
He is a good guy. We like. I guess I'm trying to explain. We were gonna have him as like a
A
counterpart,
liability.
and we're like, yeah. So we had two friends that we were gonna have as like a counterpart to Positive Outlook podcast, and they were gonna be the negative naggers. But we're trying to figure out a way to kind of scheme that
Get
up.
that,
So
yeah, get that ball rolling.
yeah. So
Next
maybe,
summer, it better be a thing.
yeah. So maybe you guys will hear from Josh and the other mysterious person we'll have on there.
All right, and then the other one is, why are you guys so cute? Or is it how? Hold on, let me
How?
double check.
Okay.
I tried to memorize it. Hold on. How are you guys so cute?
Yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys had a great time watching our Q&A and all of our other stuff aligned with it. Thank you,
No,
Caleb.
answer the question. How
I-
are you so cute?
I was born this way. I thank my mom and dad. They did great work. All right. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great Wednesday. I appreciate everyone that stopped into view, and I appreciate you guys that are going to be watching this. And make sure to leave questions. Oh, I discovered you guys on Apple Music today, and I'm glad I did. Everything you guys say, enough to answer my questions. Y'all are an amazing duo. Thank you so much, Tamika. I think that's how you pronounce
Aw.
it. That is so awesome. That is awesome. You found us on Apple Music. Yeah, we've
That
kind
is
of
so cool.
we've kind of been trying to expand our horizons and get a bigger outreach out there. So yeah, make sure to stick around. We have a lot of awesome content coming. We do vlogs, that kind of stuff. Yeah, YouTube is like our main platform. Go ahead.
I think I do this every check-in. I'm like,
Yeah.
we are collabing with a TikToker who is going to be on soon. I don't know when, but we're filming on Thanksgiving weekend. His name is Derek, but his TikTok is like Ol Roo. It's about his cat.
Okay.
We'll get more details on that later, but just thought I'd let you guys know.
Little shout out there. But yeah, thank you. That means so much to us, Tamika. It literally means the world. So we are awesome that you find us entertaining and we answer your questions. Well, that's what we love to do.
Be around. We are giving away those beanies. We would love to have you repping one of our beanies. We ship them to you if you're not in our area.
Yeah.
We pay for the beanies. It's just part of our thanks to you guys because we do appreciate everything. We talk about it all the time. So it's awesome to hear from you.
Yeah. So once again, thank you so much. That means the world to us, you hopping in and saying that. So thank you. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday and an awesome week. We will see you guys again Monday.
Happy Wednesday.
All right. See you guys.